What's up, everybody? It's Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, and today we're going to be looking at the fastest guaranteed method to make excellent chord progressions. What's up, everybody? It's Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on chord progressions and the absolute fastest way to create amazing chord progressions. First, I want to give a shout out to a few of the new subscribers. We got Mr. Quiet, Nine Stop Sounds, P. Rodusa. I see what you did there. Cray, Wally Scott, Captain Hands, Steven Sounder, Pheno Venom, Fernando Carez, DJ L Music, Jay Jones, Fred W, Plava, Alex, Cali Mac J, Matt D3, Big Todd McDonald, and T Guns with a Z. That's how you know that's a scary man right there, because he spelled the guns with a Z. Never mess with a dude who spells the guns with a Z. But enough playing around. We got our new Facebook up, and this is where we have the link for the Miami Subs 808 edition. This is a free 808 sound kit for you to use in all your productions. And all you got to do is go to the Facebook page and click on this link and go ahead and download it. I appreciate it if you guys like it. That way it'll be easier for us to go ahead and update you guys when we got new sound kits coming out or a new tutorial comes out, or you could share your music with me. We could just connect. And on top of the new Facebook page, we also have the new site up, www.studio1tutorials. And this is going to be the home base for, everything that we're doing at Craftmaster Productions as far as the Studio One side. We're just going to be able to, upload a lot more in-depth information aside from just the tutorials. Those are all here. You'll be able to find all of those here, but I've got them broken up into beginner, advanced. We're going to have sound design tutorials coming under the sound kits tab. That's where you can go ahead and, find the video and the download link for the sound kit, for the 808 sound kit. So enough about that. Let's get into the lesson today. So in order to build a chord, you need 3 notes. The first thing that I do when I start a track, if I know I'm just going to be clicking it in, is I'll just select the scale. And if I want to change the scale later, I can transpose it. It's not a big deal. But usually I like the way F minor makes me feel. I'm sure you might have your own favorite scale. So what I'll do is I'll build the first chord. F is the first note in the scale, so this is going to be your first chord, and then you need to find your third and your fifth. And all you have to do, if you have the vertical snap clicked on, in order to do it, all you got to do is just go up 1, 2, 3. That's your third. 3, 4, 5. So a chord consists of a root note, a third, and a fifth, right? And in order to find it, all you have to do is start, somewhere, and then go up to the second note in the scale, to the third note in the scale. That's your third. Then from your third to the fourth note in the scale to the fifth note in the scale. It's important, if you're going to use this method, that you have this vertical snap clicked on. Otherwise, you're going to wind up out of key. Now, and I explained this a little bit more in the R&B chord tutorial, so if it's going kind of fast, you can go back to that one. Now, the way that I make, a chord progression, just say I'm not hearing sounds in my head, but I want to make music, and I'm trying to get out a beat block or something, and I'll just start with this basic pattern here with a simple string patch. Okay, and then from that, what you can do now that you've got that chord in music theory, when you're describing a chord progression, to other players. Say you're playing in a band and you're trying to match up with the piano player, and you're the guitar player, and you're asking them, what's the progression, and they'll say, oh, it's a 1-3-5 or a 2-5-1. What that means is they're talking about the root notes in regard to the scale. So in the scale of F natural minor, the F is going to be your 1 note, G will be your 2, G sharp is your 3, A sharp is your 4, C is your 5, C sharp is your 6, and then D sharp is your 7, and then you see you're back at 1. So what you're going to do, and this will help you a lot with understanding music theory, is you're going to first stretch this out for 8 bars and just go ahead and create the 7, basic triad chords in the scale. So here, that was our 1 chord. That's the root note for our 2. And just go ahead and make them, a bar long. That's your 4. This is your 5. Here's your 6. And here's your 7. Now see, the reason why I make them a bar long is so, it makes sense. Here's your 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord, so on and so forth. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is build these chords out the same way you did this one, right? So again, we're making a brand new chord with this as our root note, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Oops. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. 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 And now I don't want you to get too caught up on, what those names mean and trying to figure that out. All you have to know for now is that's what they're called. And as we go on in the tutorials together, all of this will start to fit together a lot better. So if you go and listen to it now, these are all the chords, the triad chords that are in the scale. All right. Now it's a very simple rhythm. If you do trap, that regular 1, 2, 3, 4 rhythm, you can make a song out of anything on that. Now the thing to keep in mind is, first of all, when you're doing it, is we're just getting the chords and the tonality and the musical direction. All the rhythm can change, the duration can change. This is just something to get you up and running quick and making a song. All right, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut at your bar sections, right? Then you can take and click and go to Event, and you'll go to Rename Events, and we'll call that 1. Call this 2. Call this 3. Call this 4. Call this 5. Call this 6. And we'll call this 7. Okay, so now what you have is the basic triad version of each chord that is in this scale. So what you can do from here is take these chords, now that you know their numbers, and just kind of sit them over here, and you could start with a 4-bar loop and just, mess around. So say if you were making a basic ass trap song, you could do this. All right, you're loving the cocoa. Then but say you didn't want to love the cocoa. Say you wanted to, do something a little bit different. So maybe you wanted to throw a curveball in there, and all right, but say you're not, say you don't feel like being hard today. Say you want to make you want to do something a little bit more poppy. You can go here. Or you can go here. You don't always have to start with one either. Look at that. So you can get really productive really fast. The other thing to keep in mind is that we built these on triads. You can add sevenths to this. You can invert things. So say just say this progression right here. This is something that you don't normally see every day. You got this. So say I like that, but that beginning, that top note is really screechy. All you have to do is start working on your inversions. Just highlight the top note, hold shift down. Now you've moved that top note down an octave, and you listen to it. Say we do that with this too. And kind of make the progression feel like it's moving, down. Now you have more of an emotional feel, and you can move anything. You can move this one down to make it more dramatic. Or say we wanted to go really far down on that last one. If you wanted to make a let's see. Say you wanted to make like a walk down progression. That's why they call it a walk down, because once you get the note sitting in that position, it looks like a set of stairs. And then like I said, you don't have to keep this rhythm. You could just this is basically like songwriting without a keyboard. This is kind of the mentality that you want to approach it from. If you're just if you're not really inspired to play and you just want to rely on theory to put something together, and you can I've done it many a times where I've had to be productive. I've had to make a certain amount of tracks in a week, and this is how I learned how to do stuff like this. and then like the chords are the backbone of your song. So once you have that done, it's so easy to go to go from there and start changing things, because it doesn't, we don't have to make a classical love song. We could make something more electronic. Once you have your chords, you have the building blocks for everything. From here now, now what notes you can start with for your melody. So you could take these chords, put them on another track, go into let's get the old arena ambiance out. You could take these chords now, put them up one octave, and do something like this. And this can be, what I'm doing right now is, this is just a rough sketch for maybe like a melody or something. Now listen to what I got. So if you're like me, once you start to hear that come together, if you got chords and a little melody going, then you start to have the drum ideas. Then the bass line starts popping up, and then all of a sudden you don't have beat block anymore. So yeah, if this video helped you out, if it did something for you, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I got tricks like this for days. You can use this in any genre of music, and what this is helpful for is, once you have these blocks laid out in your numbers, you can now go to different forums and different chord progression sites, and go and find out, like, hey, what is a guaranteed great pop progression, what's a guaranteed great R&B progression, what's a good deep house progression, and then once you have those numbers, you just lay them out, and then you start decorating them, changing the voices, putting your melodies up, and this is going to improve the speed in which you work. Probably if you weren't using this before, you could probably make beats 3 times faster now. So anyway, I'm glad to give you guys this tip. I hope you visit the website. It's only going to get bigger and better. I'm really dedicated to making something special for my fellow Studio One users. We're definitely a different bunch in this game, and I definitely want to see everybody grow. So go over there, like us on Facebook, get your Miami Subs 808 edition, use them, send me SoundCloud links so I can hear how they sound and what you guys are doing, and this is Craftmaster Productions, Concrete Zebra. Keep it simple, don't be basic, and I'll see you on the next one.